This is Algebra 2, Unit 4, Lesson 13, the rest of the notes on compound interest. Okay, so the last thing we went over on the Edpuzzle from before was about continuous compound interest. So that is called the PERT formula. A of t equals P times e to the RT, where P is the principal that you start out with, and then we have e to the RT, R is the rate, and t is the time. So let's just do A and B quickly over again, and we had C and D left to do from before. So write an equation for the amount this investment were after t years. So we have A equals, or A of t equals, your principal. A person invested $350. So that's your P right there. And then we have E to the RT. Well, your rate is 2%. 2% as a decimal is 0.02. So this is going to be E to the 0.02 times t years. So that's your formula. So how much would the investment be worth after 20 years? You were looking for A of 20. All right, so plugging in, we have 350 times E to the R was 0.02, and then t in this case would be 20. So if you put that in your calculator or in decimals, you should end up with approximately $522.14. That should be on the Edpuzzle from previously, just to work from that. Okay, then it says, algebraically determine the amount of time it will take for the investment to reach $400. So we want this investment to equal $400. So the formula, remember, is 350 e to the 0.02t, and we want that to equal $400. So once we do that, it's just solving for a natural log equation. We want to get the exponent by itself, so we divide 350. And if we do 400 divided by 350, here's my calculator, divided by 350, I end up with, math, enter, enter, 8/7. So e to the 0.02t is equal to 8/7. Okay, now since I want to solve this for t, I need to do the natural log of both sides. So I'm going to do ln of e to the 0.02t is equal to ln of 8/7. Put in parentheses so you can see it's a fraction. Okay, now remember this is an exponent. When you do a log or a natural log, the exponent goes out front. So this is 0.02t ln of e is equal to ln of 8/7. Okay, and then we want to solve this. Ln of e, remember, is e to what power is e? Well, that actually equals 1, so that's going to cross out. So that gives me 0.02t is equal to ln of 8/7 divided by 0.02. So that's what I put in my calculator, or you can put it in decimals, it doesn't matter. If you put it in your decimals, here's decimals. Remember, when you go to your calculator function down here at the bottom, you want to go over to functions. ln would be right here. It's about, under the miscellaneous functions over here. So you just go trig, stats, distributions, and miscellaneous. You pick ln right there. So it would be ln of 8/7. 8 divided by 7. Close your parenthesis. Oops. Yeah. Forward arrow first to get rid of the parentheses. And then divided by 0.02. And you see it comes out to be approximately 6.67. So this is approximately, this is 6.67 to the nearest tenth of a year. So t is going to be approximately 6.7 years. All right, the last question is, what is the effective annual rate for this investment? Round to the nearest hundredth of a percent. All right, so remember our formula said A equals P, or in this case 350, times E to the 0.02t. All right, now, so for every year, that means this part right here, when you do 0.02 to the number of times you do it, that's every year. So your multiplier right here is going to be, your yearly multiplier is going to be the e to the 0.02. So that's your yearly multiplier. So if we do e to the 0.02, let me grab my calculator. Second function of the natural log, e to the 0.02, that gives me 1.0202. 1.0202. That would be the percent. So remember, this is actually 1 plus 0.0202%. So if I move my decimal point 2 places, 1, 2, this is going to be about 2.02%, 1 to the nearest hundredth of a percent. So when you're doing this to the O2, that is the yearly multiplier when you do that. Okay, so I'm going to have you do the homework that goes along with this now.